State versus trait anxiety is something that anyone practicing in the sports psychology realm should be aware of. I think one of the big things that we need to be aware of is that it is not appropriate for a coach to diagnose someone with trait anxiety. State is a moment. It can be fleeting. I am tired now, or I am hungry now. That is my current state, or I'm feeling anxious now in this moment. A trait is more inherent or inherited. It could be genetic, something predisposed, like height. There's probably not much I can do about my height. It was genetically predisposed. There are some environmental factors that came into play. And at this point in my life, my height is a trait that is relatively unchangeable or unchanging. Whereas a state, like a state of hunger or fear or happiness or anything, is mobile, it's fleeting. When anxiety comes to our doorstep as coaches and practitioners, leaders of any kind, it is right to kind of assume, at least at the outset, that this is a state, that this is malleable. There's something that we can do about it. Athlete and coach together can do something about it. Now, you can work in stages and think pre, during, after. Pre, we should probably try to set the stage for a safe environment, especially if someone's dealing with performance anxiety. Safe, supportive environment so they can regulate and go perform and give it their all. In the moment, there's all sorts of techniques, breathing techniques, visualization just before the moment, cognitive reframing. There are things that we can do during competition. And then after, the after is essentially always the pre or the before of the next moment of competition, but we can debrief, we can think through what worked for us, what didn't, and we can use that to influence our state. So trait anxiety versus state anxiety, just breaking those apart and recognizing that they're two different things can be important from a practitioner standpoint. It can also be very empowering. If we can say to someone, you are feeling anxious, and they can notice and name and recognize that. If we want to provide a path for them to then navigate it, it can be helpful to say that this is a state. You are feeling anxious. You are not inherently anxious. You are feeling anxious. And we've talked about how the nervous system contributes to that. We can get to a good place, but noticing that that state is malleable is one of the first steps. Again, trait anxiety, I'm not saying that is a real thing, but it's for other people. That is for that sort of diagnosis is for a licensed therapist, not the average practitioner. So ethically, we have a charge as coaches not to step into that territory. And just from a performance standpoint, we might as well focus on the things that are changeable within our control, us and the athlete together.